Hi, I'm Eleanor and welcome back to MotorMatters for another review of the newest, the latest, the greatest, the best and what's happening in the South African motor market. Omoda C9. I saw it a year and a half ago at Festival of Motoring and it was launched late last year in South Africa. Can you see that? The greeting of the face when the car unlocks for you. And obviously it auto unlocks on the door. Just little, they call it a signature, just a little extra bit, can I call it that? But it's got a very interesting front end over here, the grille, you can see, just very, very different in so many ways. And of course the name very bold over there. You've got obviously LED headlights, and on the upper spec Explore model, you get adaptive headlights as well, meaning they shine a little bit around the corner when you turn a corner, things like that. So there's some of the differences because there are two models in the range, the Inspire and the Explore. The other very big difference between the two models is front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. And this is an Explore all-wheel drive version. Let's just make that clear to you right now. Either way, you get really nice looking alloy wheels, 20 inches, look over there. And a giveaway that it's an Explorer is it's got red calipers behind the alloy wheel over there. A bit difficult to see, but I think you get the picture. Now, the C9 is a big car. Really is. It's long, but it's also very much a sloping roofline, as I'm sure you can see, and quite a slope down into the C pillar. When you unlock the car, which does normally pick up as you approach, but because I'm next to it, it's getting a bit mixed up itself. Note the pop-out door handles, a la Range Rover Velar, and I think you can see a lot in the profile of a Velar, quite honestly, in this car. But that's no accident. They do work with Range Rover in China. Jumping into the back, look at this. Now, the driver's seat was set for myself, but it has that comfort mode as they refer to it. So in actual fact, it's come further back since I switched off the car and got out the car, just to give an idea of exactly how much space there is. On the center console here, you have got, first of all, aircon vent, you've got fan controls, and you've got heated rear seats at the back. There's also USB way down over there, but at least there's a USB for the rear. So you've got all of those sort of features. Quilted leather, obviously, and just look at the size of the panoramic roof. That extends all the way. Okay, I know I've got the cover closed, but I'm sure you can see what I mean. Another small difference on the Explorer model is Sony sound system, but it's upgraded even further on the Explorer model. And I've experienced this, it was quite interesting, that there actually are extra speakers in the driver's headrest. So for example, when you get navigation instructions, they're actually coming from over your shoulder. Strange feeling at first, but I got used to it very quickly. One other feature, just to show you over here, is if you are chauffeur driven. Look at this. And you can even do that. I think you get the idea. How much more stretch out space would a chauffeur driven gentleman like to have in his car? I think that's pretty exceptional. Just climbing all the way out, just give me a second. But as I said earlier on, you can see the very sharp slope on the C pillar over here to quite an angled rear window, which does give you a little bit of a postbox effect in the rear view mirror, but you get used to it very quickly. Of course, you've got the light bar across the rear and the LED lights. You would expect that as well. Pop open the tailgate. And the first thing I did notice is a full-sized spare wheel under the boot board. And it's a Michelin too. Now, Allen test time. Let's have a look. I haven't taken this shelf and bar out the way just because I'm being lazy, I know. But, okay, not maybe as much height as I would like. But you know what? If you took that shelf out and you allowed even with a sloping door, this is very close to a 2 Allen boot. I think Omoda rated it something along 600 odd litres. And you can still drop rear seats, obviously. So that is really in the large category. As I said, giving it a 2, Alan. Close over here, because now I want to show you. As the Omoda group do, the badging refers to torque. 400 Newton meters of torque from a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine. That gives you 192 kilowatts and that's 400 Newton meters, and it drives through an 8-speed automatic gearbox that is, as expected, smooth as anything. So let's check it on the road and let's check it inside.
On the road in the C9, it's really a pleasant place to be. I've got to tell you, yes, it's actually not quite a big car. It is a big car. I got quite a surprise when I first saw it, how much bigger it is than I expected it to be. But from behind the wheel, it's smooth, it's comfortable. It's really, in my book, I think it's a very, very relaxed cruiser. Besides that beeping all the time, and I can't work out exactly what the car's trying to tell me, which can drive you mad. But besides that, it really is a nice, relaxing open road cruiser. You've got the massive dual screens in front of me. I mean, just look at the size. You've got these turbine type controls for the aircon system over here and whatever. Beyond that, it's clean. There's just very little, and it's that nice, clean, uncluttered effect that you get on many of the new cars these days. The 2-litre turbo petrol engine, 192 kilowatts, 400 Newton meters, I will confirm that number, 8-speed automatic gearbox, all really, really smooth. And they've really done a very, very good job of creating what I would term a luxury vehicle over here. It is a largish SUV, and I put it into the luxury category, but of course at Chinese pricing. And you'll hear a lot more about that further on in the video. But just overall, I've got to tell you, this could be a great car to head down to the coast or take on a long trip, not just even through to Harties like we usually do.
How are you doing?
Lekker man.
Out at Harties doing a bit of a test drive, and we met up.
Hey, and a bit of food in the belly, why not, yeah?
No, you're driving quite a luxury item here.
A Omoda C9.
Omoda C9, which is the luxury arm of Chery.
Exactly, yeah. And just to confuse everybody a little bit. But now, for once, as a Chinese car, it hasn't got a 1.5-litre engine.
Ah.
This big daddy's got a 2-litre turbo petrol engine.
Oh, very, very good. And what kind of output?
192 kilowatts, 400 Newton meters, 8-speed auto, and there are 2 options available.
Yeah.
Front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. This is all-wheel drive as well.
I can see that.
So
I'm going to get one in about 2 weeks' drive. I'm not too sure exactly which one I'm getting.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it, because it really looks the
I mean, just look at this thing. Look at the sides first.
Look at that wheel.
This is a big car, okay? But now check the interior. Just have a look.
Premium, double screens.
Massive double screens.
Look at those double screens, yeah. I mean,
not really. Propeller vents in the center there.
Love them. I look at those. I think this is quite premium leather as well, hey?
Yeah, 100%, yeah. But full-on adjustment.
Comes with a sunroof, eh?
And
even I can fit in there, man. You know, I'm so
even
tall.
You, yeah. But also, this is the comfort thing, so the seat has moved back once I switched off the car. But check full aircon controls for the back seat.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, we need that.
And I love that.
It's so hot at the moment.
I love that chauffeur thing on the passenger seat. You know what I mean by that?
Look at that. Also,
it's to move the passenger seat.
Yeah.
So in other words, if you're being chauffeur driven,
yeah,
what you do is you kick that seat right out of the way.
And
you've got limo space.
Fantastic.
I mean, how's that?
Yeah. Listen, it's a big unit.
It is a big vehicle.
Quite long.
You must see the size of the boot.
Oh, come on. We're not going to do the Allen boot.
No, I can't do the Allen test because we've already done our shopping.
Yeah. Come on.
But check the size of this boot.
Well, the shopping looks good in there.
Yeah. Hey, you see fresh veg. Couple of plants.
Yeah, it all fits in.
Lorry.
So has this one got a lower section? Because it looks quite high up.
It does, yeah.
No, it hasn't.
It's got a full-size spare wheel, my friend.
Yeah.
How's that? Now,
very good.
885.
Wow.
Price.
885.
885. Basically 100 off if you want the front-wheel drive version.
Okay.
How's that?
Yeah, it's a decent price.
Yeah.
A little bit more than my little
Yeah, a bit more than
Pro.
your Joe Lion, yes.
But I mean, it's a different car.
No, 100% different category.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my test. I'm gonna chirp into you when you do your test as well.
Yeah, and vice versa.
100%. Thanks,
Cheers,
bud.
buddy. Take care.
Jumping in behind the wheel, you've obviously got the twin screens under one piece of glass, as has become expected on, can I call it, upmarket cars these days. Now, the only elephant in the room, and this applies to so many of the Chinese brands, of course, is that little bit of info there. Done 291 kilometers so far and 10.8 liters overall, and that includes our drive-through to Hearties. It was showing a bit higher than that even. But I think as an overall figure, most owners should achieve around the 11 liters per 100. Now that's something you've just got to understand and accept. If you're going to buy a car like this, that is what you're going to live with. So just keep it in mind. You've got full ADAS, and I mean full. So I'm not going to go into it. You know what I'm talking about. It gives you absolutely everything you can possibly want on the safety front. You've got flappy nice solid paddles over here. And gee, this reminds me of another brand, doesn't it? The stalk here to shift gears, your gear shift lever, whatever you want to call it. And in case you want even more reminding of a certain other brand, look at that on the door for the electric adjustment on the both drivers and passenger seats. I'd say they're cues from other brands, aren't they? Very unusual. You pull like that on there for opening and closing the door. Just something a bit different. Can I leave it at that? Moving to the center screen, you can see it's got built-in navigation, which really is big. It works beautifully. You've got absolutely every function you can possibly want on the screen, including full-on connectivity. I will admit that it did drop or was a little bit fussy about linking to Android Auto a couple of times, but maybe that was on my side, not on the car. But it's really got everything you want. You have a look at the reverse camera, for example, the overhead 360, the reverse. It's got front view, it's got side views. You just have to press the buttons. It's also got that function that a lot of the Chinese cars have, is when you stop at a traffic light, it gives you that 3D effect of what's going on around you. I think is a safety feature. So it's got all of those kind of features as well. Got air vents right across the dash, which is very interesting as well. And then you come over here, for example, and you've got these three rotary knobs. They look very interesting. This one's for fan speed, that one's for temperature and front and rear demisters, and this one is, of course, the one that really counts, because especially in the all-wheel drive Explore version, have a look here what happens when I turn it.
Mode.
Eco, normal, sport, and then only in the all-wheel drive snow, mud,
No mode.
sand, or off-road. And I think you get my picture over there. As simple as that, and simply at the turn of a knob. There you go. Below them, you've got two, can I call them slots for cell phones? The left one has an inductive charger. The right one is just for placing your phone. But be careful of one thing there. With your phone there, if it's very hot, in direct sunlight, your phone can get pretty hot. But you've got the dual double-decker center console over here with your USBs down at the bottom and on the left-hand side. So just keep that in mind as well. But then again, what I do when I get a test car, I immediately put a cable into the car and it stays there for the week. So if you're owning the car, you'll probably put it there and it'll stay there forever. So no real big deal. You come back up here, you've got two big cup holders that can adjust and do things. You've got a cover for that section if you want, and you've got a big center console which also allows for your aircon system to refrigerate it if you want. Now, the point of the Omoda C9 is, as you expect from all the Chinese cars, value for money. And what do I mean? Well, considering the size of the car, considering the power, and considering the spec level, you can get the Inspire front-wheel drive for $785, or as we got here, the all-wheel drive version, the Explorer, for 885,000 Rand. Now, that is seriously competitive for what you're looking at and what we're sitting in. They come with a 7-year, 100,000 kilometer maintenance plan. They come with a 7-year warranty. And they even have that 10-year, million-kilometer warranty on the drivetrain. So all those are factors you've got to keep in mind. There are a few little bugbears, but if you consider the difference in initial price compared to other cars that you compare this to, a bit more fuel is going to take you many, many years to make up that price difference, if ever. So is it the issue that a lot of people seem to believe it is? But yes, they are a bit heavier on fuel. Other than that, I can tell you now, in this category, this car makes a compelling case for itself. If you're an early adopter, if you're prepared to be the one who is the one that goes and steps out of the norm, check this one out. For MotorMatters, I'm Eleanor. See you next time.